Yo, what's up guys? This is my Road to All Boss Drop series episode 6. Now I know it's been quite a while since I've uploaded. I just needed another break from Runescape. I think it's just wearing out on me. But now I am going to try and start it up again because Solak is going to come out this month, I hope. And Solak was the thing that I was looking most forward to before I stopped playing. So I'm quite hyped for that to come out. And I also have a few good new video ideas. And on top of that, I'm going to be revamping a lot of my 1 to 99 guides. So that should keep me busy for at least the next month or so. So you guys should definitely expect a lot of uploads this month. Now where did we leave off? Well, we left with KREE 6 out of 7. All we need is the hilt from her. And we have around 1,458 kills. With Vindicta, we introduced that in the last episode. And we already got the crest and the essence. So all we need to get now is the Dragon Rider Lance. And we will have completed Vindicta already. And we only have 134 kills on her. And as for Commander ZILYANA, we have 6 out of 7 items. All we need is the offhand armored crossbow. I really hope we can either finish Commander ZILYANA or KREE in this episode, because if we do, we are going to be moving on to ARAXXOR. I've decided that's the next boss that I'm going to be introducing, and I'm sure it's going to be very entertaining for you guys because those drops are very high value. And of course, I'm sure a lot of you actually do ARAXXOR as well, or you want to get into it. Hopefully you can just use this as some kind of motivation. Now I'm just going to say right now that a lot of these clips were recorded before I stopped playing, and then I think the last 2 to 3 clips are when I actually started playing again. So just bear that in mind when you're looking at the prices, and obviously anything else that you see different in the game from back then compared to now. But yeah, let's begin with KREE. And we get the first drop of the episode, and it's a pair of Armadillo boots. A great way to start off. I think I'm only like 15 minutes in. But remember, we are looking for that Armadillo hilt, so I really want to get that during this episode. So until I get that, I'm not going to be particularly happy. Whoa, so the very beginning of the second hour, and we end up getting an Armadillo chain skirt. Very nice start to the second hour, another 4 hours to go. And we get our second drop of this hour, and it's an Armadillo helmet. We're just stacking up these Armadillo items in our bank now, hoping for that Armadillo hilt very soon, because I kind of want to move on, not going to lie, but it is pretty chill here. It's really AFKable. So I guess that aspect of still being at KREE is pretty good. Hey, we get our third drop of this episode, and it comes in around 3.5 hours in, and it's a pair of Armadillo gloves, so the items just keep stacking up. So this is how we end on KREE today. In total, we have 7 Armadillo boots drops, 6 Armadillo train skirts, 6 Armadillo chest plates, 4 Armadillo helmets, 7 Armadillo gloves, 2 Armadillo bucklers, and we still need that Armadillo hilt. To be fair, I think it is the rarest item to get from KREE, but we do have like 1.6k kills throughout this episode on KREE, so we should have gotten it by now. So we are getting a bit unlucky, but I mean, just look at the amount of the other items that we got. That is nothing to pass our noses up at, so I'm still quite pleased with the progress that we've made so far on KREE. Now let's move on to the next one. Let's see if we can finally get that offhand armored crossbow. We are moving on to Commander ZILYANA. Whoa, so this is within the first 6 minutes, we end up getting a Saradomin hilt. A nice 8 mil now it's worth. So it's gone down in price since the last time we actually made one of these videos and got one of these drops. But nonetheless, a nice 8 mil to start us off at Commander ZILYANA. Could this be the episode that we actually get the offhand armored crossbow? I for one really hope so. Oh, so we get another unique item, and it's a Saradomin sword. And that just reminded me to put my loot beam value to 50k again. But nonetheless, the Saradomin sword is worth like 130k, so not really worth anything, but it's just another unique drop. Oh, so we do get an Armadillo crossbow, but it's the main hand once again. We do not get the offhand, unfortunately. But still, it's a nice, like, 2.9 mil, I think I saw it was. So we're still raking in the money. But goddamn, we're just so close to getting that offhand, but we're not landing on it. Oh, I forgot you could actually get these. We got a Saradomin hiss. I've gotten so many in the past, but none this episode up to now. Remember, a couple of episodes, we got loads of them. And to be honest, it was quite strange that we've gone 3 hours without getting one. But we do get one now at the end of the third hour. Still around 2 hours left to go, so there's still hope for that offhand Armadillo crossbow. So this is a little bit of a weird drop that I haven't had in a very long time. It's a shield left half. Kind of annoying that I landed on a rare drop table, or I think it's on the rare drop table, and I got that. Could have landed on anything else, but I guess it is around 65k, and I guess it is kind of a rare drop. So we'll just have to take it. Oh my god, we finally did it. We finally got the offhand Armadillo crossbow with 30 minutes to spare in this episode. So now we've completed Commander ZILYANA. Finally, it's been so long. Commander ZILYANA has been with us since the very beginning. So now we can put another boss in her place. And not only does this mean that we've finished Commander ZILYANA, but it's also a nice 3.4 mil drop as well. So this is how it all ends for Commander Zilly. I'm so happy that we got that offhand Armadillo crossbow, and we can finally move on to ARAXXOR. In total, we've gained 5 Saradomin hilts, 3 Armadillo crossbows, 1 offhand Armadillo crossbow, 8 Saradomin swords, 5 Saradomin hisses, 10 Saradomin's murmurs, and 13 Saradomin's Whispers. And I remember I used to complain about getting so many of these necklaces because they were the same drop rate as any of the other items. However, the Saradomin's Murmurs are now worth over 800k each. And I've just been going up and up and up since the release of the Master Clues. So now that little stack of 10 that was worth like 800k is now worth like 8 mil. And I'll show you guys what the whole loot tab looks like at the end of the video, just so you can see every item that we've gotten so far. We ended up completing Commander ZILYANA with 2,224 kills. And that took me 6 episodes to complete, so around 30 hours. And I mean, I wish I would have completed it sooner. But Commander ZILYANA is a pretty easy boss to do, so I could just kill her whilst I was watching a TV show on the side or something, so it's all good. Now I know right now we should do Vindicta. However, if you guys have been following the series all throughout since episode 1, you'll know that each episode consists of 15 hours. And those 15 hours consist of 5 hours at each boss. We've already done 5 hours at KREE, we've already done almost 5 hours at Commander ZILYANA, so I think these final 5 hours are going to be spent at ARAXXOR. I'm just hyped to introduce that new boss to the series, so let's see what unique items are up for grabs at ARAXXOR. There's the Araxxi's Eye, the Araxxi's Fang, and the Araxxi's Web, and there is also the Spider Leg bottom, middle, and top. So a total of 6 items up for grabs here. When I did my ARAXXOR week, I think I got like 4 webs, so I think that one will be pretty easy. The only 2 that I think will take quite a while is the Araxxi's Fang and the Araxxi's Eye. But you never know, maybe we get insanely lucky and we get one of those items early on. Now once we finish one of the bosses, we have to do a final price check of all the items that we got in the time it took to get all the unique items, and including the unique items in this price check. So basically we're just going to see how much money that we made in that time, and this is going to be Commander ZILYANA's, so let's see how much we made. We made a total of 108 mil at Commander ZILYANA. As you can see from the top, the biggest moneymaker were those 5 Saradomin hilts. 5 of those added up to a grand total of 35 mil. Then we have the 3 main hand armored crossbows, which added up to almost 10 mil. Some of the other unique items there, the 10 Saradomin's Murmurs were 8 mil. 118 rune plate skirts, which were 4.3 mil, 138 rune kite shields, which were 4.3 mil. We got just over 3,500 unicorn horns, which was 6.2 mil. I remember these are the unicorn horns from both Commander ZILYANA and her minions, and the rest you can just see for yourself. This stack of 15 mil also comes from Commander ZILYANA and her minions. That's actually quite a lot of money that gets dropped. But yeah, 108 mil, that's really good. I didn't actually expect that. I expected something like 70 to 80 mil, but this definitely exceeded my expectations. And a boss that I really expect to exceed my expectations is ARAXXOR. So we expect to get a lot more from ARAXXOR than we did from Commander ZILYANA. So let's begin with that right now. Oh, so we get the first drop within like the first half an hour. We get the Spider Leg top. I really didn't expect it to get this early on, but I mean, wow, what a start to ARAXXOR. And this is kind of annoying because I wanted to do path 1 a lot more, but now I guess I just have to move on to path 3? I don't know, we'll see how I feel because I still have to get the Eye, Web, and Fang. So I may just carry on doing path 1 for a bit and try and rack up a couple of Spider Leg tops. But maybe we will move on to path 3 later on in the episode. We just have to wait and see, but I mean, wow, what a start. Oh, we get our first Anka Onyxes in this episode, and we're still within the first hour, so it's been a great first hour. Hopefully there's many more of these to come. Hey, we get our first Onyx Bolt Drop. A nice 1.5 mil right there. Oh, so this is the first relatively good kill back. I'm sure I explained at the beginning of the video why I've been taking a little bit of a break from RuneScape. This is the 4th kill back from that break, and we get 2 Anka Onyxes. And they've seemed to rise in price since the last time. I think they're worth around 2.7 mil each now. And I actually have a bunch of them in my bank from when I did that ARAXXOR week. So these are just going to join the other ones and add on to the stack. Our first Serenic scale drops, I believe, and these come in near the end of the 3rd hour. Nothing much happened during that 2nd hour and for the majority of the 3rd hour. So now we're moving on to the final 2 hours. Alright, this is like my 4th visit in a row here to death. I don't know what's happening, I just keep dying so many times. I guess I'm just not used to ARAXXOR anymore. But I'm sure after a couple more episodes, once I get like 10 more hours in, I'll be a lot better. So that's pretty much it. Nothing much more happened at ARAXXOR. I died a couple more times, but on top of that, I just got standard drops. Nothing too spectacular. But before I move on to the summary of today's episode, we're going to take a look at my loot tab, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, we have all the items of KREE at the very top. Then we have all the items of the completed QBD that we finished in, what, like episode 1 or episode 2? Then we have all of our Commander ZILYANA items, and then finally, we have the Vindictor items. And also we have our spider leg top up here, but I just want to keep that there because I like the little thumbnail in the tab. And this is just my loot tab that I plan on selling once it reaches like 1 bill worth. So that should be a pretty exciting video when it comes out. But for now, let's take a look at the summary. We still have 6 out of 7 items for KREE. We did add some duplicates on today, but still not the Armadillo hilt that we're looking for. And we've increased our kill count total to 1,670. As for Vindictor, we did not go to him today, so that remains to be 2 out of 3 unique items and 134 kill count. But we did go to ARAXXOR, where we received 1 spider leg top, so that gives us the 1 out of 6 unique items. And in total, throughout these 5 hours, we ended up getting 35 kills, which isn't that much, but I put that down to I have taken 2 months off and I am not used to ARAXXOR anymore. I'm sure within the next episode I'll pick it back up easily, but I don't know what happened today. I just kept dying and dying and dying. But hopefully from the next episode onwards, it'll be a steady 40 to 45 kill plus every episode. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any ideas for videos that you want me to make, please let me know down in the comments. It's good to be back. And as always, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!